Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Watchwinder channel. So today a bit of a different video. This video is about watchwinders. Do we really need watchwinders? Are they just a funny gimmick? Or are they actually something that is good for your watches and something that can actually make it more fun to be a watch collector? This video here is sponsored by Mozsly Watchwinders. This is a company, they sell single and dual watchwinders, a lot of different colors and different materials. Have a look at their website. This particular watchwinder is a single watchwinder in brown leather, feels really good. I will show you the different details of this watchwinder. You can just see me unboxing the watchwinder right now on the screen later in this video. So let's talk about watchwinders. So of course watchwinders, they are made to keep your watch running, your automatic watches. This means if you own a quartz watch or a manually wound watch, then it doesn't really make any sense to put it in a watchwinder because they will only, of course, wind automatic watches. So let me give you 4 reasons why it's actually really cool to have watchwinders as a collector, and then we can talk about the Mozsly watchwinder, a short review of that watchwinder if that is something you should look into. Watchwinders, they are really good for complex watches. So if you have some watches with some very complex complications, for example moon phase or calendar watches, it makes really good sense to own a watchwinder. That is because if you own more watches, and of course automatic watches, and you don't wear them frequently, they will run out of power, and then you will need to set all the different complications again whenever you want to wear your, for example, moon phase watch. Definitely a really good idea if you own more complicated watches like calendar watches or moon phase watches, is that you own a watchwinder, because then you just keep all the different complications running. Point number 2 is, of course, you don't have to worry about your automatic watches being wound. So if you, for example, own, like me for example, approximately 18 watches in my main collection, then I actually, to be quite honest, don't really need a watchwinder. And that is because it takes days and weeks and even months between wearing my different watches. I'm very much a watch collector who wears my watches for different occasions and different times of year. So during the summer, of course, I will wear much more sports oriented watches, and during the winter I will wear more complicated or more dress style watches because I think they have a more warm tone during the winter. And then also during the week I can change between watches. So for a big collection it really doesn't make that big of a sense to have a watchwinder, because I will definitely always need to rewind and reset my watches. But if you have a smaller collection, I can definitely recommend having a watchwinder, because you just, if you own 2 or 3 or 4 watches, would like to always have these watches wound, and it won't take too long between you wearing these watches. So if you have a watch with, for example, 42 hours of power reserve, it's not necessarily wound when you want to wear it at day 2 or 3. So that would definitely make sense to have a watchwinder. Then we'll always just be able to store your watches in a cool fashion and be able to put on the watch on your wrist. Then the third thing, and this is something that is debated, I heard this from watchmakers, watch professionals, it is definitely with automatic movements, they are oiled, and having the watch laying completely still for weeks and months and maybe even years, it's not good for the movement, because with all the different parts of the movement moving, the watch will be oiled, everything will be really nice, and this will keep the movement running healthy, and definitely also be sure that everything is oiled and greased to the right degree when all the parts are moving with the watchwinder turning the watch around. So definitely something to consider, that it is actually a good thing for your automatic watches to not be completely forgotten for weeks and months and even years. They need to be active with the movement. So definitely a watchwinder is a really cool way of doing this, because you don't have to think about actually winding the watches and wearing the watches, because it's not only just winding, you also want to wear the watch to move it around in different positions to have the movement oiled. And then the fourth reason why I think watchwinders are cool, they're just cool storage. So compared to a simple watch box, for example, a watchwinder is just a really cool way of storing your watches. It just looks cool that the watches are moving. That is definitely something to consider if you're the type who likes to look at your watches, for example in your bedroom or in your living room. Then a watchwinder is a really cool way of storing your watches and keeping them healthy and keeping your automatic watches running. So these were my 4 reasons of why I think Watchwinders are a really good idea. And let's now have a closer look at the Mozsly Watchwinder. This is the single Watchwinder, as I said before. You can also get dual Watchwinders, and some really cool things. I'm going to show you how you can actually kind of build your own very cool collection of Watchwinders that can interconnect with these Mozsly Watchwinders. Really cool. So as you see, I have my date just here. The way that you actually get your watch is that you unscrew this glass part here, then you can take out the watch, and then you can put in another watch or take it out and wear it. You get 2 different pillows, this pillow here and a bigger pillow, so you can also fit it to smaller watches, for example. It's made in plastic here. And then you have this very beautiful brown leather exterior, just making this Watchwinder look very classy, I think. It's not very big, you can see, so definitely not something that is going to take a lot of space. Looking at the back, you can actually put in batteries if you want to have this Watchwinder with batteries. But of course you also get a charger for electricity. Here you actually choose the different positions, or actually rotating positions, so you can change between different positions. Here you want to rotate it one way or the other. You can choose it here on the back side, and here you can choose between the pace and also the periods between the watch turning. And then the cool feature here, you actually get an additional cord, and to this out position here you can put in this cord. And if you buy another Mozsly Watchwinder, you can actually connect them, so you just need to have one Watchwinder connected with the electricity, and then you can interconnect them with this part. So very cool that you can interconnect. And again, let's just have a look at their website. You can find the link to the website down in the description. Also, you will get 10% discount if you use the code WATCHON in capital letters. So WATCHON in capital letters, you can get 10% discount. This means that this Watchwinder is just around $80. The usual price is $89.89 US, but if you use the code, you can get it at around $80 US. So very cool Watchwinder, and can definitely recommend. I think with the price, I actually think that it is a very nice Watchwinder at the price, and you can definitely choose between different colors, so you can build your own very cool collection of Watchwinders. So what do you think about Watchwinders? Are they really something that you need as a watch collector, or they're just a fun gimmick? I think definitely there are several good reasons of why you should consider getting a Watchwinder. And if you're considering getting a Watchwinder, have a look at Mozsly's website. A lot of thanks to Mozsly for sponsoring this video. And again, remember the discount code WATCHON, and then you will get 10% discount on all the items on their website, linked down in the description. I hope you enjoyed the full review of the Mozsly Watchwinder, and also this kind of Watchwinder discussion video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below in the description, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I will see you very soon again. Thank you. Bye.